The Improved Production Racing Association of Victoria is proudly supported by Prestige Hino, Australia's most awarded Hino dealer, 888 Home Loans for all your mortgage needs, ProCut Tree Services, Melbourne's most trusted for tree and stump removals, DLL Photography and Design, complete website and e-commerce solutions, Traction Tyres and Yokohama Motorsport, performance and safety for road or race. Hello everybody and welcome to Island Magic 2022. This end of season event has pretty well supported by IP over the years, ever since we took over the mantle of running the Matthew Flinders Plate race from the sports sedans in the 1990s. And being well supported means we tend to attract a fair few different participants from all over the country. This year we see 5 different states, including Victoria, represented. And all the interstate raiders tend to have a pretty good run here at Island Magic, with in 2019 3 different states represented on the podium, and last year Adam Poole taking honours after falling a little bit short the year prior. So with all that in mind, we should be in with a pretty entertaining finish to racing here in Improved Production in Victoria for 2022. We've got plenty of interstate support here this weekend, and the first one of those we're going to have a chat to is Justin Wade from Queensland. So it's great to have you down, Justin, but it's been a while since you've been here. 2016 Nationals.
Yeah, Stephen, we were here 2016 Nationals and haven't been back since, and we've had a slow start to the weekend because it's such a good track, but a track where you've really got to learn to respect and appreciate and get a good lap time out of it. So we're getting there, but slowly.
Now, speak of getting used to the track and things, it was a little bit of a trying qualifying session. You were off the road at turn 11 for a little bit. Do you believe that there's a bit of oil left laid down for you?
Yeah, I think I drove through someone's oil because I wasn't really committed, and it just got into the corner and there was just nothing there, so I just looped it and kept going, and because of the short session we didn't get a good quali time. I think we ended up 16th on the grid, so but the car's good off the start, it's fast, and we'll make up some numbers and just let the weekend come to us.
Now, importantly, you got Ray Hislop in the garage this weekend with him not being able to participate this weekend. So what it's like to have a multi-time Matty Flinders Plate winner in the garage with you?
Oh, getting plenty of tips off Ray and setups because, as you know, it's his old car as well. And the car won the Nationals here in 2009, I think it was, yeah. So the car's good. The driver's just got to get up to speed, but it's good having Ray around because his knowledge is just second to none when it comes to improved production. It's fantastic.
James, it's been a while since we saw you out. You've been chasing your tail a bit this weekend, though. We had some electrical gremlins. More importantly, have you got them sorted?
I think so. We're hopeful of it. So the car went out in qualifying and it didn't miss a beat. Now it's just driver that needs to get the tune up.
Yeah, that's a fair point, actually, because you've been away for so long, I guess, with work and things. It takes you out of it, and it's hard to get the rhythm, isn't it? When you roll the car out the trailer, you just want it to be perfect, and a lot of the time it takes a bit of time to get back up to speed.
Yeah, I was very lucky yesterday because I wasn't going to come for the Friday, and David Cox said to me, he goes, mate, you haven't been in it for a long time, you better get in it at Phillip Island for the Friday. And glad we did, because we turned I think it was 3 outlaps total for the day yesterday with a fueling issue, injectors, and then I was ready to put it on the trailer last night, and Graham McPherson came over and gave us some advice, and so far so good. So, mate, big thank you to Graham.
Yeah, big thank you to Graham and to the club president for keeping you to stick in it and to get you to make the right decision. So hopefully you go well in race 1. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, fingers crossed, mate. I'm going to go out there and have a crack. I'll try and stay out of everyone's way, but just run around and have some fun.
South Australia is represented by 2 drivers this weekend, and the first one of those we're going to have a chat to is Max Demerick. And Max, you've brought the Nissan Silvia across, and for your first visit to Phillip Island, hard to believe.
That's right, first visit. Loving the track, it's fantastic, fast flowing. Hard to get some momentum with lots of traffic, but really enjoying it. Beautiful weather too.
Yeah, the weather's turned it on, and I think this circuit probably suits the Nissan quite well. We've seen people like Paul Cruz and his Nissan do well here. Jamie's done well, and I think one of your fellow counterparts in Scott Cook actually had a pretty decent run here a couple of years ago until the mechanical gremlins failed. So it's not a bad circuit for a car like yours.
Yeah, I think the chassis is really good, and we've only done a couple of test days in it, so we're very impressed with it out of the box. And in qualifying, I think our lap time was quite poor for what it should have been. The Theo on the dash was in the 42s, so a bit disappointing from that result, but it could have been a lot better. So the chassis is great, really.
Does that prove good news for the race, I think? Something to look forward to if you're able to do a 42, maybe to be able to get 1 or 2 spots in race 1, or just going to sort of play it by ear and see how it goes?
I think we need to get a good start and try and get past a couple in front and try and get in behind the faster cars, I guess the V8s, and try and keep up. I guess try and lap consistently, and hopefully their tyres go off. Yeah.
Ben, it's great to have you and the RX-7 back in the field this weekend after what seems like a while, because you've spent most of it at the helm of Richard Bendel's Sin for quite a number of years, and I guess it's a bit of a transition going from one car to the other.
It is a little bit, yeah, especially here, finding the biggest difference, but yeah, hey, you just got to get used to it, move on. So yeah, having a H-pad and all that, got rid of all the fancy gadgets, that makes it a bit busier than it is normally.
Well, talk about your qualifying in your race, because you qualified pretty well, raced yourself into 4th place there. Still not quite happy with where things are at. Just a bit of a struggle. But what do you put it down to? Weather, car? What's in your mind at the moment?
I wish I knew. Yeah, not really sure. So we're chasing it. We'll just continue to tinker away. But yeah, got a few issues. And if I could put my finger on the one thing, I'd be happy, but it's not. So anyway, we'll just continue and keep pushing through and see how we go. Got a shocker of a start, so maybe next time. It's the first start in a few years in this car, so we'll see how we go.
Gary, the GP Automotive Tirana is usually pretty well immaculately prepared, but unfortunately for you right now, it's a little bit on the greasy side. What's going on?
Well, it's not going to rust in a hurry. We're having a few oil issues. I don't know whether it's an engine problem, major engine problem, or whether it's just an oil line routing problem. Anyway, we're working on it and we'll see what we can come up with.
Well, aside from the oil problem, you did have a nice long trip up to the Nationals. I think made a bit of a road trip with yourself and Peter and stopped a few places along the way. How was it and how did you go up in Queensland?
Look, we had a fantastic time going up and had a fantastic time up there. The guys up at Queensland were quite accommodating, putting on, it was a good show. As far as the racing is concerned, we had a good Friday. We broke the main shaft on the gearbox on the first lap in qualifying, which we had a spare box, so we put that into it. After that, everything went fine. So we had a great time. It was a fantastic event, and it's hats off to them.
Well, it's Sunday morning here at Phillip Island, and for Jason House across from Tasmania, I guess you've had a bit of time to digest how your Saturday went, buddy. What do you make of it?
It's been good. It's taken a long time to get used to the track because it's so fast compared to what we used to. But we come here with the expectation of nothing really, just to have some fun, learn a new track. We've had one race meet in the car, so it's really green for us at the moment. But we're happy with the pace, and also happy with bringing something to the field,
Yeah, it's good to see a couple of extra BMWs out there, and I think you were right, had a bit of fun. Your start yesterday I thought was pretty bloody good, but the officials thought it was a little too good, and they gave you a 5-second penalty, but didn't make a difference in the end.
No, that's racing, unfortunately. I thought we got a good start and we didn't do too much wrong, but that's what it is. They're there volunteering their time, and you just take the punches, don't you? So, happy with how it all went. Just lack a bit of pace with the front two running cars, just got a bit too much power for us. But we're having fun.
Great to hear. And on top of that, the car. Talk to us a little bit about it. Not a lot of people have seen it, but it did start its life in New Zealand. So just give us the 20-second summary about what it is and what you got underneath it.
So long story short, it was a Durant spec car, had a lot of carbon panels and stuff on it. We bought it for its running gear, had really good running gear set up for endurance racing. We've broke it down, rebuilt it, rewired it, made it a bit more reliable as far as wiring and stuff like that. And like I said, just brought something different to the category. As the category moves forward, we've got to look at new models, and I think this is one that other people could use as well.
So fuel pickup seems to be a little bit of an issue here this weekend, and another one of the victims is Cade Lehman. And Cade, along with James Atkinson, who's had a fair few dramas, you've got him as well. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, mate. Look, we've put a new tank in the car. And the old one was obviously out of date, and it's just not playing the game like we hoped it would. So fingers crossed today we just fill it up, and that's the only dramas we have.
Yeah, well, it's been a hot topic here in the past, fuel or lack thereof, but not in terms of pickup. But in your case, it's just because it's not picking up from the right spots. So you've sought a little bit of advice from a few other drivers in the field, and I guess you got something to improve over the off-season.
Yeah, that's right, mate. A couple of extra pickup pumps to try and pick it up from the sides, and hopefully that's all it is.
We're here with our under 2 litre club champion for 2022 in Steve Zorkas. Steve, so first and foremost, congratulations on your second under 2 litre club title. We didn't get a chance to catch up with you at round 5, but what's it been like for you this year?
Yeah, thanks, Steve. This year we didn't really have much expectations going into it. Without our race mode, we thought we'd just get something in and take one round at a time, and it sort of worked out really well for us. We had a couple of issues, but we got there in the end, and we missed the last round, but which we were spewing about. It would have been good to be down here. We love this track, and we sort of look forward to doing a bit more next year.
Well, you mentioned issues there. I mean, you've had a few gremlins throughout the year. You also have had a fairly interrupted weekend as well. You've had to do a gearbox change overnight Saturday into Sunday morning. Yeah,
look, Friday we were like within sort of half a second almost of the lap record for under 2s. So we were getting excited about yesterday. The weather, the track was good, and on our first sort of quick lap, the gearbox went. So took it back home and put a standard box in, and missed race 1, and just got back from race 2. And look, it's okay, but it just doesn't have the acceleration of the other box. But at least we're back here and we're having fun. So that's the main thing, I guess, for Island Magic.
Lockie, you were the runner-up here to Andrew Butcher in 2019, and you've had 2 fifth-place finishes in the 2 races so far, so the car's reliable, but it just doesn't have the front-running pace of the Commodores.
Yeah, that's right. Just down a little bit on power, but the engine's good. It's as good as a BMW of our type. It's going to go around here in terms of power, but we have the strength in the brakes and the corners. So it's actually a fun battle with guys like Danny and that in the big Commodores, at the strengths and weaknesses of each car around this place. They do sort of, you get it and then you lose it a little bit. So it is good fun.
So mid-corners is really where the BMW's strong suit is, and under brakes compared to the V8s. But yeah, you're right. Just on the straights, it's almost a no contest, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. You're just a bit of a sitting duck. You sort of try and make yourself narrow so they can get past you easy enough, and then you don't want to hold them up in the bits where they're strong, and we all do it for fun. So at the end of the day, it's good fun, clean racing, and that's what it's all about.
So looking ahead to the plate race 3 coming up this afternoon at 2 o'clock. 5th place, do you think, is probably realistically where the car's going to be, or are you just going to sort of have a bit of hope that maybe something happens up in front, you might be able to sneak another spot?
Yeah, look, the guys in front are a long way down the road. Ideally, the BMW looks after its tyres pretty well, so maybe over the longer race, but I'll need a miracle to sort of jump forward or someone to run into a bit of trouble. So, look, I love the longer races. The car's pretty strong in the longer races, so hopefully moving forward we can, maybe grab 1, or if we're even luckier, grab 2. So we'll see how we go.
Here with Danny Timewell and the number 11 Commodore. Danny, it's been an interesting weekend for you so far, pretty consistent, couple of issues, but on top of everything, how's your season been?
Yeah, no, the season's been pretty successful. We rolled out a brand new car at the start of the year, and we finished every race. So we're really pleased, and we've made some big improvements this weekend. So it's great.
Now, on top of that, it's been great to have Prestige Hino on board as a club sponsor for 2022. What's it look like for 2023?
Yeah, we've really enjoyed our partnership with IPRA of Vic. It's been really good for us, and it suits our style of business. And yeah, we've committed to IP for next season as well to be the major sponsor.
Fantastic. So we'll see the Prestige Hino on the windscreens next year, and we'll see your car out as well, I take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll definitely be there.
Well, looking forward to race 3 this afternoon, plate race. I guess you've been here before, you know the deal. But in the mid-pack of the top 10, I guess, is where you're targeting?
Yeah, definitely. We definitely want to be in the top 10. We finished 6th yesterday, 7th in that run. So it'd be nice to sort of be around that 7th, 6th, 5th even. So we'll just see how we go. 12 laps is a long time in one of these cars. Big, heavy car. It's a matter of getting the tyres to live the whole race.
So this weekend, Yokohama have very kindly donated a set of Advan tyre covers for a very special award, and David Cox and I got to pick it, and we've decided that on behalf of the Improved Production Victorian Club, it's going to go to Max Demerick from South Australia.
Thanks, congratulations. Great weekend and really good racing, and we're glad you came over from South Australia. A bit of an appreciation from Yokohama and Improved Production Victoria. A set of Advan Yokohama tyre covers that you can put on your AO50s every time you come to the races, and we hope to see you next year.
Thank you, I'll be back for sure.
No worries at all.
Appreciate it.
All right, cheers.
Thanks again.
All right, take it easy. Quick word for the camera.
Sure.
Thanks very much to IPRA Vic, all the competitors, David and Dan, my pit crew. They've been fantastic all weekend. Beautiful weather, amazing track, love it. Definitely going to be back. And yeah, couldn't have asked for a better start for the first meeting in the car.
Third place in the Matthew Flinders Plate race for 2022 goes to Ben Schutz. Ben, you did say you were chasing the car all weekend, but you're in a fantastic scrap there with Jason House and Max Demerick for third place at the end of that one, and you came out on top.
Yeah, a bit of a surprise. Those boys have been quick all weekend, and House has had my number. So, yeah, we've been trying to find the speed that we once had. Still not quite there, but it's a lot better. Maybe it is this guy. But the other two, congrats to them. Super fast. Adam with a lap record. Amazing weekend for him. So they both work pretty hard at it, and they're both good drivers, and it shows on the track. But yeah, they're a step too far. But anyway, we've had a good weekend, and like I said, a bit of a surprise. Thanks to Prestige Hino and all the club sponsors, 888 and ProCut, DLL Photography. So yeah, and all the competitors had a great time.
Second in the Matty Flinders Plate race for 2022 goes to Jared Tonks. Jared, it's your second place Vars in a row, playing second fiddle to Adam again. But you've pushed him all year long. I guess that's the important thing you can take out of this year.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Yeah, second again for the second year, which is great still to be on the podium. Yeah, it's getting harder and harder to catch Adam, though. At times I think I'm getting closer, but then he finds a bit more. So, yeah, a bit more car set up, and hopefully next year we can really mix it with him.
First for the second consecutive year, and joining the likes of Mario Caligari and Ben Schutz with two of these things, is Adam Poole. Adam, what can we say? Electrifying pace. Qualifying was off the Richter scale, and a new lap record to boot by 0.2 of a second. You must be pretty happy with your performance.
Yeah, thank you, Steve. You look super happy. It's been a great weekend. The track's been kind to us. It's it's had a lot of rubber down, so plenty of grip. Went super fast in qualifying. There's more in it. A bit disappointed we didn't sort of probably lower the lap record a bit in the race, but it is what it is. So, look, I'm happy. I'd like to thank yourselves, the club, great club over here, all the competitors who travel to come here. There's a great interstate turnout this weekend, and all of the members. It's fantastic. Thank you.
Well, with thanks to Yokohama Motorsport and Traction Tyre Centre, for the 32nd time we've handed out the Matthew Flinders Plate here at Island Magic, and it's two-time winner now, Adam Poole, who has the honour of holding on to that award for another year. Even though we had a high number of attrition this weekend with several drivers having mechanical gremlins, I think what was most pleasing to see was the number of interstate competitors that came down and enjoyed their time here, and by all reports a number of them will be back at some point in the near future. So until we get to 2023, we wish you a very safe and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Stay safe, everybody. Get those cars out of those sheds and get them ready for Sandown in the middle of February next year. We'll see you then. Bye for now.